personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life.
From a men's perspective, are you waiting on girls to talk to you first? Are you not gonna say something? Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days?
She says, I'm a woman. And he says, and?
Yeah.
You'll come and see me. Some of these men don't want to court women anymore. They want to be the one who's courted.
Like, okay, nobody's being creative. I ride our bikes around a trail. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll do that. But most guys don't think like that.
No, you won't.
They just
What men are hearing. Don't approach me in the gym, I'm there to work out. Don't approach me at my job, I'm there to work. Don't approach me in the street, I'm trying to get home.
Of the real game. Like back then, you actually had to go up to someone and speak to them, and you'd swap numbers on a bit of paper.
Always go to the bar staff. So have you got pen and paper?
Yeah.
They knew exactly what you were doing.
Excuse me, sorry. Now a guy will stare at you across the room, won't say a word to you, and will just slide into your DMs later on that night.
Exactly.
What do they expect? I mean, it was bound to fail. Me Too movement, woman going to parties saying, oh, you're too short. There's no guys here, and it's like 10 guys, 15 guys, 20 guys there, but they all don't match the criteria they're looking for. What is a man to do? Keep dealing with it. Here's some poop. Shove it in your mouth. Enjoy it. Smile. Wave at me. Yeah, smile and wave at me as I reject you. No. Men refuse.
Men don't really approach women that much anymore.
Those days are over.
For a lot of different reasons, I think. But personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life versus online. And as long as it's a respectful approach, I'm always going to be nice. Even if I'm not interested, I'm never going to be rude to the guy. But I think as women, we have to give a signal that we are interested before most men will feel like it's okay to like actually approach you. Personally, I'm not going to approach a man. That's not me, but I will make it clear that I'm interested. I will pretty much give him an open invitation to approach me through eye contact, smiling at him, physically like getting closer to him in whatever vicinity that we're in. And if he doesn't take that invitation, then I would just assume he's taken or he doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not for me. I'm gonna try harder to meet people in real life.
Yeah. Try striking up some conversation, right? Don't approach him. Strike up some conversation. And then if he doesn't pull the trigger, that's on him. But do him that justice. Let him know it's okay to talk to you. Say hi. Don't ask for his number. Say hi. How do you think the weather is today? I don't know. Something corny. It may work.
Move anymore is so frustrating because the amount of times that I've heard so and so has liked you before, like at this time. I didn't know if you felt the same way, so he never said anything to you. I've been getting that a lot recently, and I can't stop thinking, what if, bro? So guys, can you make a move again? Can we stop being afraid and just make a gesture? I'm never gonna make a move.
I'm never going to make a move.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
I bet you're not. It's came to a halt. Seriously, it's gotten to that point where it's came to a halt. Men have responded. You ladies have spoken loud and clear. You finally see what it looks like. This is what it looks like when men say they've had enough. And ask yourself, why? So you know what they're saying? Oh, you guys are soft. Not you guys, but there's women that'll say that. Maybe, how about you ladies start going at those ladies? Like the ladies that's complaining about guys talking to them. Because I don't want to show it this video, but I can show it. I can go find some clips right now. I can pause the video, find some clips, and show a ton of women rejecting men. But we already know what it is. Something needs to be done about it, right? Even if you don't like a guy. Say, I see some lady said that. It said, I'm going to tell a guy, thank you for talking, but I'm not interested. Thank you for approaching me. Thank a guy. Thank him. That's the thing. If guys start approaching again, which they're not, say thank you. Give him the time of day. by saying thank you. Appreciate you for approaching me.
Something. There's some signs. If you start seeing these signs, you will know that your man is tired of you. You know, nowadays, men cannot open up and tell you, I am tired of you. I don't want this relationship again. But when you start seeing these signs, just know that that man is tired. The man don't want you again. Number one, he dismiss your feelings. You know, he dismiss your feelings. He doesn't care about your feelings again. You know, anything if you complain of something, he will say you're too complaining, you're overreacting. Every time this, every time that, you talk too much, you complain, you're overreacting. When your man start complaining like that, start seeing your complaint to be a problem, just know that the man is tired of you. You know, number two, he does not take responsibility. You know, every mistake, anything that comes out, any mistake or anything is your fault. Anything that happened, he will say is your fault. He will not take responsibility. He will go and do something. Oh, I say, babe, why did you do this? He will say, it's because of you that I do it, that you're the one that caused me to do it. He will always be blaming you. When the man start blaming you in everything, know that that man is tired of you. The man is just tired of you. You know, number three, he does not give attention. You will see his attention will start dying. He will be giving attention to mostly his friends, mostly his phone. He was always on his phone, always with his friend. If he's not out with this friend, he's out with this friend. If he's not with his phone, he's with this phone. Something distraction, something that he give more interest. He's more interested in his phone, friends, job than you. He don't give you attention anymore. You know that the man is tired. The man is tired. Why number four? The man will stop trying. You know, he will stop trying to make the relationship work. Like trying to be calling you, checking up on you, asking you how you doing, buy things for you, all those kind of things. He will stop trying. Anything that will make that relationship work, he will stop trying. You will know that this man is tired. Nobody should tell you that. No, it's just for you to just carry your load and go. Leave that man. The man is tired. Because nowadays, men cannot open up and tell you that it's over between us or I'm tired. But their action will let you know that this man is tired. A word is enough for the wise.
I mean, when it gets to that point, I'm letting someone know. And I think you guys should too. But if you get to that point, right? I made sure my situation won't get to that point ever again. And that's what a lot of guys want to make sure of as well. They don't want to be sometimes hot, sometimes cold, sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes this. Men are tired of sometimes. Men want surety. And that's what men are shooting for nowadays. But at home, it's not the case. So men are responding. By not responding, by not saying anything. That's the best thing. Silence. Congratulations. You ladies work for it.
I just need to know from a men's perspective, are y'all waiting on girls to talk to you first? Like, are you waiting on a girl to ask you on a date first? Because that's crazy to me. Like, when you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're, like, making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not going to say something, how are you not going to say something? Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days? I feel like there's...
Before we get into why men aren't approaching anymore, we need to talk about why they think like this. Women do not know what it's like to go up and approach somebody because they don't have to do it. So she didn't have to go through the practice of trying to figure out what to say and how to say it and make sure that you're not being creepy and trying to be assertive and confident, but you don't want to come off as like kind of possessive. They have no idea what that entails. That's like me complaining to a race car driver like, yo, why don't you just drive better? Meanwhile, I've never driven before. It doesn't make any sense now, does it? Mind you, this is also during a time where recording in the gym and acting like men are hitting on you and posting it on TikTok is trendy, taking screenshots of your DMs and all the men trying to talk to you and exposing them and bullying them for how they chose to talk to you is trending, constantly complaining about how men choose to approach you depending on the circumstance and the environment is trendy. So with those two things in combination, you have an environment of people that constantly claim they don't want to be approached while simultaneously complaining when they're not approached. What are you supposed to do? Confusing! Now, unfortunately or fortunately, regardless how you view it, the only thing left to do is approach. That's all you have to do. That is your burden as the man. Now, you have to find a way to do it that isn't creepy or off-putting. You walk up, you introduce yourself. Yo, what's up? My name is V. I've noticed you come here pretty often. and I think we should go out sometime. And you give her your number. You don't ever ask for her number. You give her your number because now if she's interested in you, it puts it on her to continue to initiate the interaction as opposed to you getting hers and you texting her and now she might have changed her mind. If she thinks you're attractive in that moment and you give her your number and she goes home and for whatever reason she decides not to text you, then it's just done and it's stuff like that. But don't listen to what they say and them complaining about it because they don't know what it's like. All right. They don't have to deal with it every day or any day, really. You do. But how do y'all feel about this? Let me know down in the comments below.
Always driving you? Hey, I'm a lady. And?
Oh.
Lady.
You miss me, you care about me, you drive?
I'm a lady. If you miss me, you care about me, you'll come to me.
And this is why some of these men will never beat the sassy allegations. She says, I'm a woman. And he says, and if you miss me, you'll come and see me. Some of these men don't want to court women anymore. They want to be the one who's courted. They want the princess treatment. They want you to pay for dinner. They want you to ask them out. They want you to come with flowers in hand. They want you to spoil them. A lot of them are jealous of the women that they're pursuing. And that's why the more and more you...
She goes off a lot. It has nothing to do with men being jealous. Men are tired of blowing money and they're not the first pick. Do you know guys understand a lot of times they may be used for foodie dates? Do you know how many guys have went on date after date after date, didn't get a girl? Date after date after date, didn't get a girl. So they realize, wait a minute, I'm being used for foodie calls. Like I seen this situation today where a guy was too straight out over IHOP for $27. But I didn't understand at the time. But now I think about it, he was kind of a jerk. But he could have been a guy that went through foodie call after foodie call after foodie call. You get tired and worn down. So he was a savage. He wanted some for $27 on IHOP. Yeah, it was crazy. But he was complaining. It has nothing to do about men wanting to be prima donnas, men wanting to be pampered, men are getting tired of games.
Listen to them, the more they sound like the women that they're trying to pursue. For his reply to be, and, when she says she's a woman, what are you trying to say? Matter of fact, what are you not trying to say? That a woman isn't worth this kind of pursuit? Well, then why are you on her phone? You have to notice when a man seems like he despises the effort that he has to put into to pursue you. If he thinks you're too much for him, encourage him to go find less. You'll never be asking for too much from the right person. For every man who'll say, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't have to, there's a man out there willing to say, I'd love to. And it's no trouble at all.
Where is your husband?
Yeah, until there's no man calling. No men are responding, right? She's not dealing with that, but she's coaching women who are dealing with that. She's giving women advice who are dealing with that. She doesn't understand their plight. They're tired. They're lonely and desperate. It's that bad.
This is the sad truth on why a lot of men don't want to date anymore. We have apps like Bumble, Hinge, Instagram, TikTok, Tinder. If we didn't have our phones, I feel like we just wouldn't feel the desire to have so many options. And like if we select one, we may be missing out on this one. And one is never enough because you can always get more. And that goes for like food online. Like if you can't go to your grocery store, you can always order it online. It's like the same logic, but just in your personal life. I think things were very, very different before these apps were created. And I think being so easy to swipe left or right and have a conversation and just like figure out if you want to sleep with somebody so fast is incredibly toxic because it's not leaving room for like genuine connection ever. And even when you do find a genuine connection, because of social media, there's such high standards, so you have to meet them or they're not the perfect person or like they're not the perfect guy or whatever. I will admit that this generation is probably the hardest generation to be in a relationship with because now we have like Instagram likes on stories. You constantly see like what they're liking, who they're following. Everything is just so monitored. When back then the most concerning thing that would happen is like the guy that you're with is looking at a girl too long out in public. Now it's like they're liking her Instagram stories. And Snapchat deleting messages after 24 hours, like these are all things adding to the fire. So yeah, those are a couple of reasons why guys just don't want to date. They have way too many options. Love you.
Guys don't have too many options. what happened before the change, ladies have too many options, right? You can easily go on these same dating apps, and what you were doing was you were looking for men to respond to you and you to leave them on red. This is what started happening. I didn't realize it because I've been off the dating apps for quite a while, but I've noticed. I saw in a video I reacted to, one lady was complaining. Actually, it was a black woman, right? She saw what guys see on dating apps, and her jaw was to the floor. She went on the men's side and saw that there was nothing but baddies. I'm talking about like women that you see in Colombia type baddies on dating apps. She couldn't believe it. And it makes a lot of sense that it's like that. You have to think about all the foreign imports that are in America. Yes, there are some traditional women that are not modern women coming to America and getting on the dating apps, which is sort of evening out the playing field. But those women get caught up as well. Yes, they get caught up with that same 20% of men. So it's even harder. Why? Because they may be changing some of those men around, right? They don't have the same energy that modern women have. So those guys date them and go, what? This is different. Wait a minute. I got to act right. This girl is different. She's bringing a whole different type of energy. Competition. It's fierce.
That a lot of men do things, negative things to women, pull the rug from under women's feet to get an emotional response out of them. What if I told you that? A man will cheat on a woman and confess. And that woman will say, okay, she can have you. So what are we doing with the lease? Are we going to break the lease? Do you want me to call the landlord? What do you want to do? What's the plan? Huh? Yeah, what's the plan? What are we doing? Do you want me to break the lease? Like, what are we doing? You don't care? You're not upset? Well, you're entertaining someone else, so, you know. They are so shocked that you're not going crazy because that was their goal.
That's why don't say anything. Seriously, before I left US, that was my exit plan. Don't say a word, because when I'm done, there's nothing that should be said. Don't leave any room for them trying to get back control. But let me let it talk.
The whole time is to get an emotional response out of you. It's to get you to react negatively, pushing, yelling, screaming, busting his windows out of his car. It was all a ploy. And when you react in a stoic way and you give no reaction and no emotions, he's going to start accusing you of cheating. He's going to say, you're cheating on me. There's another man involved. You don't really love me. This was all an act. I know you didn't mean it. No, it's a game. For a lot of these men, it's a game. You're in a game when you're dealing with them. And it's a game where you become a captive. They have you on a leash because they are constantly getting emotional responses out of you. And they feed on your emotional responses. It's fuel. Men love pulling the rug from under women's feet. They do it all the time. They love it. And you think they don't do it. You think they're not purposefully doing it. Oh yeah, they're purposefully surprising you negatively. They're purposefully pulling the rug from under your feet. They're purposefully abandoning you when you need them the most. It's all calculated because they want an emotional response out of you. And then when you don't give them the emotional response, they start to cry like a 6-year-old girl because how dare you not spiral out of control for me? How dare you not crash out over me? It's all one big game, and women keep losing. So I'm trying to open up your mind.
Yeah, until it's not a game anymore. Like now, you gotta they have to think about it. Also, you have to take your L when you get it.
Complaining that men are no longer approaching them anymore. And as a man in that equation, I will have some valuable insight for you. For what I've researched, what I've gathered, from what I'm asking other men to what I see, to what I observe. Here is what men are hearing. Don't approach me in the gym, I'm there to work out. Don't approach me at my job, I'm there to work. Don't approach me in a supermarket, I'm there to shop. Don't approach me in the street, I'm trying to get home. Don't approach me in the club, I'm here with my friend just to have a good time. Don't approach me at single nights, at single events. I'm just here to support my friend. I'm just here to make friends with other single women. Where, how, and when then? You let us know. Men don't want to end up on TikTok or social media involved in a story time. I know there are some men who are over the top, inappropriate, who don't approach you the right way. Late at night, when it's just you two on the street, yeah, don't cross over the road and ask her for her number. But besides those limited and very few scenarios, where and how? Where and how?
Exactly.
When it comes to dating,
Okay.
the old school way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Asking a woman out, showing up, flowers, whatever. Opening. Guys don't do that stuff.
They don't
Those days are over.
court women anymore.
They don't.
Do you
I
find
need
men
to
that
be
actually
courted.
court?
I
I
need to be
mean,
courted.
bringing flowers and
Yeah.
opening doors. They
No.
don't even. When you
No.
go to the restaurant, they let the little restaurant door swing on you. They don't even open that up for you.
Right. That's
with
what I'm
some.
talking about. That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not gonna.
Right.
I'm not
I
gonna let
said
y'all
so.
have that. I'm not gonna let
But
y'all have
but
that.
most men don't really
Get
really
'em.
court.
Right.
Those
right.
are Thundercats. Y'all dating those young boys. That's what that is.
So what
'Cause-
have you? Okay, so when you've been on a date, tell me what was the last date? What did y'all do?
What day?
Just say the last date.
What day? I
It
ain't
could have
been on
been
a date.
5 years ago, 6 years ago. Do I gotta go back 10?
You.
Oh Lord! On your last date that you took somebody out, what did y'all do? Where did y'all go?
We went to a virtual reality
Okay.
event, so it was more interactive. Yeah, I think you want to choose a date activity rather than going to get something.
Just
to
going
eat.
to get something to eat, because that's
Yeah.
the regular thing. Hey, what you doing? Let's go out to eat, and that's it. It's like, okay, nobody's being creative. I'm like, if a guy say, hey, let's go ride our bikes around a trail, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll do that. But most guys don't think like that.
Right. No, you
They ask
won't.
that. They just like, okay, let's
She's
go eat. I'm
lying.
like, that's why I'm gay.
Stop the cap.
And wait right now.
Most gentlemen have been, I guess, persuaded to lead with their pockets.
Okay.
Rather than lead with conversation.
And I wonder why is that? Because they feel like they have to impress the woman.
Some of y'all women have set a standard.
man.
Don't do
Okay.
that. Don't do that.
I'm not putting
We said
every
it's-
woman.
okay.
You women have set a standard of no romance without finance.
If you're not spending, I ain't bending.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that song?
So that's
Ain't nothing
making it
going on
hard
but
for
the rent.
dating? You think?
When your hairstyle is $500, nails is $3. Yeah, it's hard.
So you're paying for that for a woman up
No,
front?
no,
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, cute. I'm about to say you
what
got
I'm
these
saying
women
is
looking for
the
you.
standard that
No, I'm
you've
about to say,
set.
what's your number?
No, no.
I was about to go. What's your number? It shows. It shows what's in the mind, man. He spoke his piece, but that's how they really are. They joking too. I know it's a radio show, but still, that's how they are.
Station these young guys are going to have in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be insane. So the one thing that I noticed is after TikTok launched, the idea of just being somebody attractive on the internet, women, i.e. women on the internet, just simply being attractive, offering nothing else. The amount of exposure and attention it gets you through social media. For whatever reason, Instagram is the devil. And it's always like college chicks and high school chicks all like just posting bikini pictures, stuff like that. And I look at how many likes they get, and it's like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 likes. And I'm like, if it's already this bad now, where social media is ruining dating, think about how horrible it's going to be in about 5 to 10 years for these younger guys coming up. How are you going to explain to a girl who's getting 100,000 likes or 20,000 likes at like 17 that you're the guy for her and that you're hardworking and you're making money and you're going
Money's
to college
here.
and you do all this stuff? She isn't going to give a shit. She's like, I get 20,000 likes on a bikini poster or on a bikini picture poster. I just dated myself. On a bikini picture. You can't tell me nothing. It's going to be insane. The dating culture is already wild as it is, but it's going to be devastating going forward. No one's going to be getting married anymore. No, it's going to be insane. And the way dating apps are now too, most women aren't even on dating apps anymore because they don't need it. They just post an Instagram bikini picture and they got 1,000 DMs from every guy. And the crazy part is these guys complain about it where they're like, oh, you can't give them attention, you shouldn't do all this. But there's enough guys who are doing it where it's like, it doesn't matter if you say they shouldn't give them attention. There's always going to be guys who are just sitting out enough to do it. And that's the crazy part. It's only going to get worse, and there's no way to stop it. There's always hungry guys in their DMs, like the weird guys, that do it. And these women don't care how attractive the people are that are liking their photos or commenting. They just see like, comment. They're like, oh, I'm a star. I'm a star, baby. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. But my other question, too, is what are they getting out of it? I don't think any of these people are actually getting anything out of it. Like, most of them aren't. Like, unless you're a social media figure and you're making brand deals and stuff like that, you're not getting anything other than just thousands of likes. So what's going to end up happening is you're gonna have all these young people, all these young women who are getting thousands of likes and hundreds of thousands of followers and all this attention from when they're in high school to college. And then after that, they're going to age. And then the likes and the comments are going to be all gone. And then after that, they're going to realize, oh, I didn't get anything out of this. I didn't make any money out of this. I didn't make a better life I didn't get anything out of this. And they're going to realize, like, they're old and now no one wants to date them because those guys are now going after the girls who still get the follows and the likes and stuff like that. I am so happy to not be a young guy right now on social media trying to date. RIP to you guys. Social media is the end of civilization as we know it. And that's Nashville's Fluffy. Oh, damn. Look at him. He's so sad. I said the W word in front of him when we were in the house. And I was like, we're going for a W. And he was like, yeah. And then I went pee quick and then I looked out the window and it's pouring rain out. So we're not going for a W. We're going to Target and we're going to put him in a cart. We're going to go round and around Target and we're going to get some dog treats to make up for it. But he's my whole heart right there. And he's so pissed off and sad right now that we're in the truck and we're not outside. Sorry, bud. Maybe later today.
Yeah, man. It's the future is doomed. And you think about it and go, how will your children, how will your young boys find someone, right? Now, I've already saw people saying it happened when Passport Bros around 2023 was getting popular. There were parents saying, certain women saying, I'm going to have my son become a passport bro. And made a lot of sense. I'm going to have him go where women are traditional. That's the only way. This has gotten popular for a reason. Becoming a passport bro has gotten popular for a reason. You got to think. It's one thing I used to say. This is the way. Seriously. This is the way. What I mean, want to make money online? This is the way. You want to find a woman that's traditional? This is the way. You want to find a woman that's not about the games? You want to find a woman that's okay? She doesn't want your first date. I did interviews in Cebu before. She's okay with a coffee and a walk in the park. This is the way. This is the way. Passport bros. Passport. No.